Let's take a look at our third example from Unit 5, Lesson 5. Well, this one looks much different. Here we're looking at the constant, and the only factor is 1. Now, factors of 24 would be 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. Remember, the constant factor is always in the numerator, and then in the denominator we have all of these. So, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. Okay, so 1 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4, 1 over 6, 1 over 8, right? Oh my goodness, that's a lot. Let me press pause and write them down. Okay, so I have them down. Now, obviously, I'm going to test 1 and -1 because I'm hoping one of them work. So let me grab my board, and I'm going to come up here, and I can see nothing is missing. So we have an x cubed, an x squared, an x to the first, and x to the 0. So x to the third, to the second. Now, what if something was missing? You replace that spot that's missing if there was no x squared with a 0 in that position. Let's start by trying 1. Oh, I'm so hoping that 1 or -1 work. Let's try 1. I drop down, and it's going to be, again, this is my magical number I multiply to. Multiply, add down, multiply, add down, multiply, and I don't even need to continue because it's not going to equal 0. Okay, fingers crossed, -1 works, and we don't have to work with testing fractions. Let's start right now with -1. Drop down. And you know what? I'm worried right now that I maybe put the wrong number there. So let me go back here and test 1 again. I'm concerned in that last problem that when I tested 1, I didn't drop down 24. Multiply and add down, which would be 14. Multiply, add down, multiply. Okay, so 1 doesn't work, but I definitely did make a mistake there when I dropped down. Let's now try -1. So after I drop down, I multiply, add down, multiply, add down, multiply. Again, okay, we are in trouble. And why are we in trouble? Because integers 1 and -1 don't work. So now I'm going to move on. I'm going to move this paper up, and I'm going to try 1/2. Let's try again 1/2 right now. Okay, you ready? Okay, so when you take 24 times 1/2, that just means 24 times 1 and then divided by 2. So 24 times 1 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. Add straight down. Again, when I take 2 times 1/2, it means 2 times the top number and then divided by the bottom. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Add down. -2 times 1 is -2. -2 divided by 2 is negative. Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay. So one of the 3 solutions is positive 1/2. Okay, now when we have only 3 terms left, remember we can always solve using the quadratic formula, or we could use factoring when possible. Is this factorable? We're going to check on that right now. 24 times, so this would be no x, 1x, and 2x. Now before I even start that, I notice that all of these are even, so let's divide by 2. 12x squared plus 1x minus 1. I don't even know, again, is it possible to factor? And if it's not, I'll use the quadratic formula. 12 times -1 is -12. I want to know 2 numbers that multiply to equal -12 and combine to give me 1. 4 and 3, with 4 being positive. So x plus 4 and x minus 3. But remember, what do most people forget here? When the leading, this is the leading coefficient we're looking at because this is the trinomial I'm working with. Leading coefficient is anything other than 1, positive 1, I need to drop it below. Now 4 over 3, we can reduce that. Divide by 4 and divide by 4. Divide by 3 and divide by 3. How does this help me? Another solution is x equals -1/3 and x equals positive, oh, I'm sorry, you can't see that, and positive 1/4. -1/3, positive 1/4. So we have 1/4, -1/3, and positive 1/2. Those are all solutions to this polynomial equation.